Evening all, Louise here. Oof, it's freezing today. I've got 4 layers on and I'm still cold. Right, if you want to be entered for the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, upside down. If you want to be entered in the draw for this deck of Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, please remember to be subscribed, and you need to comment in the comment section suggestion for a name for this seahorse. I just want a suggestion for a name. I wish I could get the whole thing in the viewfinder, but I can't. This is the seahorse. I need a name for the seahorse, suggested name, and you need to be subscribed. Thank you to my subscribers, every single one of you that come on here night in, night out, day in, day out, to watch my videos. And you know, for those of you who are really supportive of what I'm trying to achieve here, those of you who watch my videos all the way through and put up with the, you know, some of the ads and all that kind of thing, and people who send in super stickers, it's really appreciated. So very much appreciated, and I want you to know that I love you all. This reading is a suggestion from Darlin, and Darlin is asking, are the current issues with reform going to hurt reform right up until 2029, or are they going to be resolved before 2029? So let's have a look. I'm going to start with this deck of oracle cards, which is Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, and the tarot cards tonight are going to be the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrin Belstein. So just put those to one side for a moment, and let's have an Enchanted Map Oracle. Let's see what we're going to get. This hopefully will give us something to give me some basis to work from. So what's happening with reform, and are they going to be able to pull it all together before 2029? I have heard somewhere on the grapevine that it looks like Doncaster Council, if the May elections go ahead, Doncaster, which is a Labour-led seat, the MP is Ed Miliband, is looking like that's going to go to reform. So I don't know what that looks like for Ed Miliband if he loses his seat. I don't know. We've got Wizard of Awareness, but it was in reverse. Wizard of Awareness, number 3, the Wizard of Awareness. Right, let's have a look. What does the book have to say? It's in reverse. So I believe there is a reverse section for these cards. Yes, there is. Number 3. Why am I looking at 13? Number 3. I'll show it to you in the upright. The Wizard of Awareness comes to you in this position to warn you that too much force behind a desire for a specific outcome robs you of a true and full experience. Step back, take your energy away from your situation, and focus on gratitude for the ever-changing conditions in life. Are you perhaps trying to control the outcome of something because you don't trust in your highest good? Meditate, be still, and your answer will come without any effort on your part. Be a neutral observer, and you'll see how this moment is but a small marker on the map of your life's journey. It comes to warn you that too much force behind a desire for a specific outcome robs you of a true and full experience. And the advice is to take your energy away from this situation. So if this situation that's going on with, you know, this toing and froing and the handbags at dawn and all that that's happening between reform and the issues with Rupert Lowe, There is some whispers that it is something to do with Tory party headquarters. It feels like there's some sabotage going on. Definitely some sabotage going on there. And I'm wondering if the Libra person that I kept seeing when I was doing the Rupert Lowe video is somebody to do with the Tory party. But it's telling you to take your attention away from it, and take your power back, basically. Things are going to unfold the way they're going to unfold, and we need to stop putting any attachment to the outcome. Because whenever you put an attachment to an outcome, like you really want something to happen, you attach yourself to that particular thing that you want. It's not going to come out that way. That type, you just got to learn to be the observer. Sort of step back out of the situation, and just get on with your life and enjoy the things in your life that you enjoy. Remember the joys of life, rather than getting yourself trapped in this never-ending doom cycle, because that's the gameplay. It's there to trap you into a never-ending doom cycle, so you feel so inadequate, so complacent that you just give up. So don't give up. Just observe what's going on without any attachment to the outcome. But we're still going to have a little look. So what's happening with reform? What is happening with reform, please? And are they going to be able to pull themselves together, bang their heads together and sort themselves out? I mean, I did see a short clip of Lee Anderson being an absolute tater the other day with that Steve Bray, that Stop Brexit bloke that spent the last, I don't know how long, outside Parliament shouting for the end of Brexit and jeering at politicians and just being a pain in the arse, to be honest. And Lee Anderson just got himself a little bit too involved. Like they were like two schoolboys in schoolyard having a spat. Handbags at dawn. It's ridiculous. People need to calm the F down. Right, let's have a look. What's going on? What's going on? What's the trajectory for reform, please? What trajectory is reform on right now? Come on. They've not been out for a while, have they? Wake up. There we go. We've got the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is the card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's victory. It means someone successful. But I'm not seeing that in this card. And we've had this card before, I believe, not so long ago. This feels like the carrot and the stick type thing. This woman is on this, looks like a hummingbird. Yeah, it's a hummingbird. She's holding the stem of a flower, and the hummingbird is after the nectar from the flower. It's like this doesn't feel like victory. It feels like being held back rather than victory. So it's not the same meaning as the traditional tarot. So I'm going to read this card as I see it. This feels like something being held back. There's a carrot and stick scenario going on here. I don't know whether that means some sort of backroom deal, some sort of incentive for reform at the moment to do what they are doing right now. Don't know. I do know that I can't remember the name of the place, but I know everybody in one constituency office, they've all resigned from reform. Not really sure what's going there. I don't know if it's going to be a domino effect or whether it's just a clearing out type thing. Definitely feels like backroom deals, some incentives being dished out. This girl has got this flower as an incentive to keep the hummingbird up in the air. There's an incentive to keep it all up in the air, right? So some incentives towards reform to keep this situation up in the air. And then we've got the Tower. So the lid's going to blow on it. Keep it all up in the air. And the crumbling of a foundation. A bolt from the blue. An awakening even. But this is some sort of event. Hanging on to something that's already been reduced to rubble. Right, okay. I'm just going to get 2 more out because I think I'm going to need more cards before I can gain the actual what it's trying to say to me. So we've got this incentive to keep things up in the air. It's all crumbling around them. They're clinging onto it for grim death. We've got the King of Cups. King of Cups. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Right. So we've got the King of Cups. I'm reading this today as someone who's quite emotional. King of Cups is usually a Cancer male. As a person, it would be a Cancer male or a water sign male. This is someone who is trying to keep everything afloat. Is very emotionally attached to that. He's really trying to keep everything going. He's trying to keep the sails up, if you like, and sailing forward. But what we have here is the Five of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, sorry. Now, the Four of Pentacles is usually someone who's got a pentacle under each foot, has one above his head, and is holding a pentacle close to his heart. And sometimes I see that as hanging on to what you've got. Now, when I look at this card, I'm seeing someone being locked out. Someone being locked out of the garden. This person hanging on to a house, not a pentacle, being locked out of the garden. I think this might be Rupert Lowe. I don't know what star sign Rupert Lowe is. I have no idea, and I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. This is someone who's very, very emotionally attached to keeping things afloat, keeping things going, and sort of carrying on, sailing onto the horizon. But this person's been locked out, and he's trying his best to keep his place. And all the while, Reform have got some sort of incentive to keep everything up in the air and allow things to fall to bits. It's almost as if there's allowing things to fall away so they can build anew. But I don't know whether I don't know if that's the plan, but that's what I'm seeing as a current situation. So as a current situation, that's what I'm seeing. So what's next for Reform, please? What's next for Reform? Nope. What's next for Reform, please? We have the High Priestess. There's some secretive shit going on here. Keeping things up in the air. Given some incentives to keep things up in the air and allowing things to crumble. There's some secretive talks going on here. There's some sabotage going on here. I'm sure there is. And I don't even know if this is, I think this might even be self-sabotage. And it's done on purpose. This is purposefully being done. Purposefully being done. So Rupert Lowe's out of the party. The tower's fallen around about his ears. His position is gone. He's tried to hang on to it. It's been to no avail. But he's still trying to keep everything afloat. And then we've got the Ten of Cups, but it was in reverse. So then we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. Right, the Ten of Cups is happily ever after in the traditional. This is a couple, you know, married, loving on each other and all that, and all the little schools of fish family around them. This is Ten of Cups in reverse. So this is not a happy situation. However, this situation is not come to its conclusion yet. This is going to continue. This is going to continue. Don't know how long for. There's some secretive stuff going on here. I don't know if this viewfinder is actually in the right position. I'm trying to get it so I can see what I'm doing and so I can see what I'm showing you. But I don't know. Since I turned it around when I did that podcast, I've not been able to get the right angle. Ten of Cups and Four of Pentacles, please. What's happening with Rupert Lowe? He's been locked out of the garden. He's trying to hang on to his position. Trying to hang on to his position. He's got a lot of emotional investment into reform. We've got the Ace of Swords. So what we have with Rupert Lowe is he's being locked out. He's really trying to keep everything afloat. And here comes the Ace of Swords. A flash of inspiration. The key to the door. The truth is going to come out. He's got the key to it all. He's got the key to the future of reform. He's been handed the key to his house, right. I'm wondering if this is going to be a leadership contest. Well, it won't be Rupert Lowe that's in that leadership contest because he's been excluded now from the party. But he's got the key. I think there's going to be some sort of contest. Rupert Lowe looks like he's holding the aces. However, there's some secretive deals being done to keep everything up in the air, keep people in suspense. Right then, so High Priestess, Ten of Cups in reverse. So what's this? The aim of this secretive business. See, also, if you look at the High Priestess, she's also got a ship. She's also keeping a ship afloat. So this is 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Rupert Lowe's trying to keep his side of it afloat. Reform's trying to keep their side of the argument afloat. And all the while, there's been a deal being done while Rome burns. So, right. High Priestess, Ten of Cups in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This we've got this High Priestess. This is secretive. Things being done behind closed doors or behind the curtains, if you like. The Ten of Cups. This isn't over yet. What happens next is to the fates. This is a gamble. Someone's about to take a gamble. I think Reform are about to take a huge gamble, and this gamble is going to be shit or bust. This could either make them or break them and send them scattering to all corners of the political sphere. Right, Ten of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords, that came out quick. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. we've got, because this situation isn't over yet and it's not a happy situation at all, we get Rupert with his Ace of Swords. He's got a flash of inspiration, new ideas. The key to the question, what's going to happen to reform? And then we end up with the Queen of Pentacles. This, as a person, would be a businesswoman. This would be an earth sign, Libra, Capricorn, bloody hell, off the top of my head, Taurus, woman. This is someone who is headstrong but materialistic. This could be an effeminate male. It could be, but I don't think so. I'm not thinking so. This is someone who is materialistic but very concerned about the providing for people, particularly her own family. As a situation, the Queen of Pentacles is the overseeing of safety and financial security, food security. So there's an issue here. We've got the Ten of Cups, not a happy situation. Rupert Lowe is going to be handed the key to sorting this out. And part of that key is this Queen of Pentacles. Someone coming in who's concerned about maintaining a particular lifestyle, maintaining food security, health security, financial security, etc. So there seems to be deals being done on both sides. However, it seems that reforms deals that are being made is it's planned with there's some very backdoor, very secretive, very I don't know, don't feel good. It's almost like it's been planned to implode. And then their next moves, whatever happens with their reforms next moves, they're going to whatever they put out next to do with this situation that they're facing right now, with losing membership, entire offices shutting down because all the workers have literally resigned, sent letters into Zia Youssef to say they're not going to work like this and all that kind of thing. What they do next is a huge gamble, and we have to wait and see with that one. What Rupert does next is also a gamble for Rupert, because I think he could lose his, he won't lose his house, but I think he's going to lose a lot of, he's prepared to lose a lot of money. It's not screaming court case. None of this is screaming court case right now. It's still feeling very much, there is an emotional attachment to the Reform Party and how it originated. And this feels like it goes back way before Reform Party. Like there's a fondness for it. But there are actors in the background who have sort of, it almost like it's a plan to build it up and then make the whole thing implode. It's a very fine balance. So what's our potential outcome then? How's Reform going to fare in all this? I think we're very, very much in its infancy. We might not even get any concrete answers, and like I say, it's the energy of the day we're reading. So then we've got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a fire sign, female, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. This is more about action. It feels right. That sunflower, I've just realised it's a sunflower. I haven't just realised I know it was a sunflower because I've seen this card before. But while I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at it in the actual screen of the camera of my phone right now, it looks like a sun. It's almost like it's not even the Queen of Wands. You know, you've got moths all around this light. It's a sun. Moths are attracted to the light. Moths also eat your clothes and leave holes in them all, and leave that awful dust everywhere when you try and pick them up. Like a moth to a flame. Like a moth to a flame. I think Reform is hoping that once they've allowed it all to come crashing down, which they are doing right now, and people out there need a party like Reform to give us some different politics instead of much of the same. Because let's face it, the other two parties have just been on the same. They're just two parties in name only. They're both destroyed the country for decades between them since the 1990s. It's almost like this is planned to make people wake up to the fact that without Reform or a big enough party like them, a recognisable party like Reform, one that's been built up over quite a long time, struggled quite a lot to gain any kind of recognition, and then managed to get 5 MPs. It's almost like they are playing to the crowd with this, because this massive gamble here is to make people think that Reform's going to fold, and then no matter what Reform do, the people are going to act like moths to a flame. Be our saviour, Reform. Please, we're coming towards you. This is like, if you build it, they will come. You know, Field of Dreams type of thing. This is the people, like, flying towards this shining light of Reform. And actually, right now, we have very little other choice. And I think maybe a lot of what's going on now and all the argy-bargy is planned. And it's planned to make people sit up and think that if you do not support Reform, the country will be lost. Therefore, make it look like Reform's about to fall on its arse and we'll get more members. Well, they're not members, are they? They're like subscribers, because they're not really members, are they? Because even though they say they've democratised, Nigel still owns the company. It's changed the company name, but very little's changed if you actually look at the bare bones of it all. So is Reform going to take us into 2029? Yes or no? Yeah. Yes, they are. They are cultivating something new. We've got the Empress here. She's got this fetus inside her belly. You can see it. You can see that. They are growing new things. I think they're starting afresh. They are planting seeds right now and they are growing them. And they've got 4 years to get them to fruition. Now, I know a baby doesn't take 4 years to grow to fruition, but they've got 4 years to grow this seedling. And it looks like they're going to do really, really well, regardless of what's going on now. And I think all of this blow up is part of a carefully planned. Rupert Lowe wasn't part of that. He was emotionally attached to his party. He's been locked out of the garden. He's hanging on to he's trying to keep hold of his possessions right now. Not very happy, but Rupert Lowe holds some key to it. Now, whether he's going to be the one that actually shines a light on it, or whether he opens the door to a new party, possibly this is a new party in its making because he's been locked out. I might do a reading on Rupert Lowe and see if he's going to form a new party at some stage. But there you have it. We have prediction for Reform UK up to 2029. Anyway, I'm off and I'll see you soon. Take care. Ta-ra!